Okay, so here we are with part 2 of my comparison between the Kindle 4th generation and the Kobo Touch. So the Kobo Touch is a Canadian product. Now, I don't think of myself as very nationalistic. I think nationalism isn't very healthy, considering that we are a global species. But in this case, I have to say that one thing I do actually like about Canada is that Canada does have very high quality control standards, a lot of pride, I guess you could call it, in making sure that things are, that basically its people and the environment are very well taken care of, a lot like a lot of European countries, although I think the EU actually does one-up Canada in quite a few areas. But I like that about Canada, and Canadian products usually I find are very good quality. So, although there have been quite a few horror stories about the Kobo, my experience so far has been good. But Kobo is a small company. Kobo actually was recently purchased by, I believe the company is called Rakuten, which is a Japanese company. They own the largest online shopping mall in Japan and several Japanese TV stations. And I think that they're, like any multinational corporation, they have business interests all across the globe. So they bought Kobo, which is a Toronto-based company, for $315 million. And I think that would be beneficial to Kobo when they have a larger revenue stream to draw from, larger coffers, budgets, and so forth. And they'll be able to improve the service of Kobo, because for being a small startup company and from 2009, they've come extremely far in 2 years, whereas the Amazon's Kindle started off in 2007. So here we go, Kobo Touch. It is Touch. Now the Kobo Touch has only 2 buttons. It has your on button, which is a little silver slider up here, so slide away. And we are in business. Here we go, Kobo time. This is the home button right here. And that is your button experience when it comes to using the Kobo Touch. Now I just recently updated the firmware. This is firmware update, I believe, 1.9.9.9 or either 2.9.9.9. Don't quote me on that. I heard that 1.9.4 is actually a better firmware update than this update. Actually, I heard this one has some problems with, I think it's called ghost imaging. So when you turn pages quickly, there'll be blur, like you'll have a residue of the previous image left on the screen, and also the text can appear kind of watered out. So I'm not sure. So firmware updates are a software issue. Just go back to firmware update. I heard the best firmware update is 1.9.4, according to what I read on the forums. Mobile, I believe it was Mobile Syrup I read on. So I'll probably be going back, but I haven't actually played with this new update yet. So here we go. So everything is most certainly touch. So there we go. Here's our book, The Bond, and here's page turning. So turn page, turn page, turn page, smooth, turn page, backwards, backwards, piece of cake. So the Kobo Touch is not a capacitive screen. It uses infrared sensors, which I believe are on the inside of the frame there. And it is not quite as responsive as a capacitive screen, but still, good. Very, very good. So when it comes to selecting words, for example, as I said in the Kindle, you have to use the keypad here. You depress the word, and you get your little slider icons here. You can highlight what you'd like. And there's highlight. So you have the option. You can highlight it. You can add a note, search, definitions, translate, all the good stuff. Now the Kindle had a neat feature of when you go from word to word with the cursor, the dictionary automatically appears. It's okay. I mean, actually, I have to admit, I like it personally. But with this way, you actually keep your screen clear the entire reading experience. And when you do want to look up a word, you can. But that's not the case that you're looking up words constantly. So as I said, I love to take notes. Add note. On-screen keyboard here. Now I am using one hand to hold the camcorder, so I'm not going to be able to show you how I would type with both thumbs, but 2 thumbs are definitely faster than cursor typing, and even single finger typing is really fast here. So as you can see, responsive. Not as responsive as a capacitive screen in my opinion, but still really good. No problems. Slight delay. But I think that's to be expected with infrared. a technology which is not going to be as fast. You're breaking infrared beams that are crisscrossing the tablet. At the very least, that's my understanding of infrared, which is the way a garage door opener works. Infrared beam crossing, you break the beam, it actually triggers whatever response you want. In the case of a garage door, open and close. In this case, appropriate screen. So I guess it creates a grid of infrared beams which you press, and it basically knows which beams you're breaking. I'm guessing that's how it works. I'm not sure, but I can actually attest to the fact that this is not capacitive. It's not quite as fast, but still, it's perfect. I mean, it is exactly what we want in an e-reader, considering the technology is really expensive. So price of the Kobo Touch. Kobo Touch here in Canada, $139.99 before taxes. I got mine, chapters. I saw on the internet that there was a deal for Kobo. Kobo has a promotion going on right now, I think, until the 15th of January, where you buy a Kobo Touch and you get a $25 gift card good for Kobo books. I brought the deal to Chapter. They were great. They gave me $20 off on the spot. Apparently, they were also having a sale themselves on Kobo Touch readers, so I paid $119 instead of $139 for my Kobo Touch here in Canada, and worth the price, if I may say so. So, page turning, good. Font size, I think it's great. Apparently you can adjust the font. Again, I'm not too picky. I think that the default is fantastic on the font sizes. So, font size, nice. There are different font types. So you have different font types to pick. There are different font sizes to pick. So not a problem there at all. So go back to the home screen here. So as you can see, touch functionality works great. Inputting, taking notes works great. There's a dictionary. I didn't actually show the dictionary, but it does work most certainly. So I wanted to show you just a couple little bonuses. Now, my home screen has changed since when I was first using it, so I'm not quite sure where my extras are here. Let's see. Maybe if I push the home here. Here we go. Home. Yes. So yeah, it has changed since the default firmware is different in this update. But yeah, here we go. Back to what I'm familiar with. So, two little cool features I wanted to show you. Feature number one. Go to extras. You'll find this really quickly. Oh, hey, well, they have some new stuff here. Neat. Okay, well, actually, both features are now in the same place. So, here's Sketchbook. There's Sketchbook, and it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. It is a little sketch pad, which you can use to demonstrate to yourself that the touch does work. So, I'm a new artist, although I could be. All it takes is practice. Anybody can do anything, I believe so, including writing the word hi with intelligibility. And there is my style of smiley face. Very, very cool. And now this will become part of my home page. Just like that. Okay, so go back to the home page. Hi. There I am. Hi. Hello. So press the home button right here. I know it looks like it's not very responsive, but unfortunately, since I am holding the camera with one hand, I can't actually depress quite in the, I'm not sure how to put it exactly, but the smoothness of the fashion and also the accuracy with which I would like to do so. So actually, no, wait, let's go back, close that, and I wanted to show you one more thing before we finish this video. Here we go, extras, and that was the sketchbook. Here it is, Sudoku. It was hidden in the original firmware that the device comes with, but with this new update, Sudoku is now easily accessible to all, and it most certainly does work. So fun little game of Sudoku for your entertainment, and that's nice. Okay, so the Kobo Touch, great device. Oh, and one more thing, let's talk a little bit about the philosophy of the company. So here is the box that the Kobo Touch comes in, and as you can see, a nice quote from Henry David Thoreau. Books are the carriers of civilization. Without books, history is silent, literature dumb, science crippled, thought and speculation at a standstill. Fantastic. So I like the philosophy of the company as empowered citizens of the world that are not going to be trounced upon by large corporations or in different governments. We all must become very well educated. That is the great nemesis of any dictatorship, educated population. So Kobo tells you to read on. Thank you, Kobo. I most certainly will. So again, I really like the philosophy of the company. Going back to Amazon for a second, they do the same thing as Apple, which I do not like. Proprietary, basically kind of monopoly like Microsoft used to be, I guess maybe still is, but I don't like it when companies do that. I can understand that they did pioneer the advent of the e-reader. That's fine, but I think that humanity may be getting ready to move beyond the whole competition-driven philosophy that we have been obsessed with, I guess, for the entirety of our civilization. So hopefully humanity can move beyond that. I'm a big Star Trek fan, so I think that the Star Trek future much more noble. Humanity lives for exploration and sharing knowledge, not for trying to outdo each other. And losers live in gutters and winners live in palaces. So, sorry, a little philosophy there, because reading is all about that, expanding our minds, one of the great gifts that we've given to ourselves. And this new device, which humanity has given itself, is great. Every single reading for everybody, new ideas for everybody. I got silver for my e-reader, for my Kobo. You can choose from 4 different colors, the pink, the blue, the silver, and black. They're all nice colors. So, the Kobo Touch, really, really great product. I like it more, the Amazon 4th generation, because it is touch. The Amazon is lighter, though, at 170 grams compared to 200 grams. And the Amazon does have a bigger store, 900,000 plus books. The Kobo, and you can actually borrow books in the States digitally with the Amazon Kindle. You cannot do so with the Kobo, from what my information said. The Kobo, you can get books from the library. The Kobo store is not as big as the Amazon store. I haven't tested it. I imagine it works fine. The Kobo does support the EPUB format and Mobi and its own format, I guess, which is, I guess, the Kobo format. Although that might be EPUB. I haven't checked that out yet to be sure. But there are more formats supported with the Kobo. Oh, yeah, and both support PDFs, though. Both support PDFs. So, all in all, my pick is the Kobo. I'll be sending the Amazon back to Amazon. Oh, the return policy with Amazon is excellent. They're really good about that. I don't believe you pay shipping. You just put it back in the original box, put the return sticker on, and away it goes back to them. So thank you, Amazon. You are a great company. I really admire you. But Kobo is my pick for this review. The Touch works great. It feels really good. You can actually use it just like the way you would a book. Smooth back, smooth forward, smooth back. Select the words you want. Take notes really quick. Well, not really quickly, but much more quickly than using a pad. And yeah, the Kobo Touch, excellent product. Very, very impressed with it, and I highly recommend it to everyone who is thinking about getting an e-reader. And oh yes, right now until January the 15th or the 16th, there is a $25 gift card from Kobo if you buy the product from Kobo online. And go to Chapters. I think that Chapters is having a $20 reduction on their Kobos as well. If you're in another country, totally recommend this Canadian product, although I am not nationalistic by any means. And I would recommend that you pick this up and yeah, get reading. All right, guys, much for your time. Please forgive me if I don't add the comments. I usually do not spend a lot of time on the internet. I was just inspired to make this review because I really do like the Kobo, and it just surprised me at how awesome it is. It's exactly what I wanted, and I do like the Kindle as well. I actually got the Kindle first, but I've settled on the Kobo. Great product, great product. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a super day. Take care. Enjoy reading. Let's all work together to make the world an awesome place to live in. Take care. Bye-bye.